Welcome back. Taking a full look at weather now. Going over to the Weather Authority Center with Scott Rates today. Hey, Scott.
Hi, happy Monday. Yeah, it's going to warm up. Your favorite, Veronica. I know we were just talking about it. You like the warm weather.
I like the summer weather.
All right, well, it is here officially. Here it comes. We're talking about some heat watches, too, that we got to talk about. So let's get right into it on this Monday evening. Here's a live look from Domenico's on the wharf right now. And you know where it's not warm? Here at Domenico's on the wharf in Monterey. Take a look there. You see the clouds covering. You see that fog starting to come into that area in Monterey. So it will stay cool here out there on the boats or in the water, whatever you're doing in Monterey. Yeah, you got clouds over your head right now. Warm up on the way, especially inland. We talked about that heat watch that is in effect starting on Friday. That was just put in effect today by the National Weather Service. So we're going to get ready for that. So here's why we're heating up. You ask me, Scott, what's going on? What's causing the heat up? Well, yes, it's summer, but here's a little bit of the science behind it, okay? It's a ridge of high pressure that's going to start building in. So here's what it looks like right now. And you can see here, we're right in this area, right? So it's not too bad right now, but take a look as we move throughout the week here. As this ridge starts to build, it gets redder and redder and redder in their area. And as that high pressure starts to build during the summer months, what happens? We really start to heat up, and that's what we're going to do right here. So here's Friday by 3 o'clock. Remember that heat watch goes into effect for parts of our viewing area, most of our viewing area actually, Friday at 11 o'clock in the morning. And here's why. Look at all of the red there. That is that high pressure dominant in our area, heating us up into triple digits. In some places, I think the Santa Cruz Mountains are going to see some triple digits. I think down you get Parkfield, King City, those areas, you could be pushing the century mark. So that's why that watch was issued by the National Weather Service today. So there's that ridge building in, and yeah, get ready for the heat later on in the week. We're going to go from a little below average temperatures for this time of year, which is what we're at right now, to really hot and above average temperatures by the end of the week. So here's a 24-hour change. I just show you this because there are some notable marks on here. Morgan Hill, Gilroy, even Boulder Creek. So, you know, the Pinnacles. Yeah, those numbers, though, are going to go up by the end of the week. You're going to see a big difference there as we start to warm up. Let's talk about the Futurecast and talk about that fog out there, you know, the marine layer. You know, something to keep in mind here, if you are on the coast in places, especially like Monterey, even Big Sur, anywhere in between those areas, as we heat up inland, a lot of the times, and we've seen it, and I know Dan's talked about it before, it brings in a much more compressed marine layer. So it could stay cool this weekend, even though we're going to have a sweltering Saturday inland. We might not on the coast because of that compressed marine layer. But we're just going to have to see how far that comes ashore. So here it goes. The whole week, this is going to just kind of come on shore and then move out during the afternoon hours. That marine layer will come in the early morning hours. It won't last long, though. It will dissipate and go out, and it should be pretty sunny for most of the week. But check this out, right on cue, just like I had mentioned Friday, you start to see it start to move in a little bit more Friday at 4 o'clock in the morning. This is more than it was during the week, and that's also when we're going to start seeing those really hot temperatures in the inland area. So it is setting up to have that fog on the coast. So if you don't like the triple digit heat, go to the coast. If you don't like the fog, go inland, go for a hike and sweat it out. You're going to have options this weekend, but it's definitely going to be one of the hottest weekends we've seen so far this summer. We'll walk you through your temperatures now where you live. We'll start in the Santa Cruz area, and you're just looking at those 72 degrees for Santa Cruz proper, pretty nice. And as you go up into the mountains, you're looking at the lower to mid 80s, even pushing 90 as you get up towards Boulder Creek. You're just looking at those lower 50s for your overnight temperatures. To the Salinas Valley area we go, and you're looking at Salinas there, 72 degrees for your high temperature. But look at Morgan Hill and Gilroy, my friends up there. Yeah, it's already toasty, right? You're over 90 degrees in Morgan Hill, Hollister 84 degrees, and Marina amongst those dunes, you're sitting at a cool 64 degrees. Those overnight lows just in the mid 50s, not too bad. The peninsula, the cool spot here, you're looking at your mid 60s, mid to lower 60s, depending on where you're at. Seaside maybe a little bit warmer there for your afternoon, and again, low 50s overnight, just like always. A little further south and inland, King City looking at 90 degrees, in Big Sur 72 degrees, and in Gonzales 80 degrees. So you know, as you look at Bradley and Parkfield there, you're pushing 100 degrees. Here is your 7-day forecast with the weekend in view. Like I said, Friday, Saturday on the coast. It's going to be a wild card here depending on where you're at on the coast and how far that compressed marine layer comes in because of the heat. But yes, you're just looking at mid 60s, and it will be a warm up by the end of the week. As for the inland areas here, remember, you're looking at microclimates here. So 90, 95 there on the map. It could be 100, it could be over 100, depending on where you're at with the inland area. So that heat watch, again, going into effect Friday at 11 o'clock in the morning. We need to be ready for it, and it will be a very, very hot weekend inland. Veronica?
All right, let's get ready. Carry that water with you.